What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to Subnautica. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while. This was the only hole that I could find, and so I don't mean to be holier than thou right now, but this tree seems to have a number of ways that we can get inside. I don't know if I should bring dive tape with me when I do this. It seems like a good plan, doesn't it? Oh, it just leads to like a little secret chamber? Well, that doesn't help me out that much. I mean, I guess if you're really into... Wow. Shortest episode intro ever. Well... I thought I found my way in. Unfortunately, I was wrong. So I guess what we'll do... Let's flip around. I'm going to go back to the Cyclops. Yeah, that little guy is hanging around here, and he's messing with my craft very aggressively. You can see that he's clipped us for 8% down there. No fun. We'll have to deal with him in a little while. But for right now, let's go back to the Cyclops. I know where we are right now, I think. And so knowing where we are, that does actually help me out a little bit in finding where we should be going. So, once we get back on board, I still wanted to find the Arctic zone. That's like the one thing that I'm still excited. Oh, good. They're setting off the fanfare again. That makes me happy. Well, at least somebody's happy to see me. Wasn't there also... We're dehydrated again. So, wasn't there like a way over here? Oh, yeah. There they are right there. The reefbacks. Maybe we should... Let's see if we can actually... I think if we could get a DNA creator replicator thingamadoobler. I don't know what it's called. It's basically a syringe that I suck out their fluids with. Oh, good. I'm stuck in the wall. There we go. I'm no longer stuck in the wall. Huzzah. We're almost out of electricity because obviously we've been loading that in. Let's grab what few batteries we have left right now. Oh, that's unfortunate. We don't really have a whole lot of them left. Still, I think I can make this work. We'll throw those in there. That gives us 50% power. The sea moth is fully charged, so we can get out of here if we need to. We still got like our scram boat if needed. And then let's go back into the fabricator. And under tools... So there's nothing listed in there, but under tools, I think there's a thing that sucks out the DNA of those big critters right there. I don't know if it counts as equipment or what it counts as. It looks like it might not actually be in the game just yet. Which is weird, because I thought it was. It's not under machines, huh? You want to make a Gravsphere? I don't even know what a Gravsphere is, but we could play around with that. What does it need? Titanium. It needs titanium and copper wire. Here, let's go with... Where's my titanium at? We can do this, I believe. I don't know what a Gravsphere does, but let's play with it. Got 2 of those, and then we needed like a battery, and then we needed a wiring kit or something like that. Was it copper wire or a wiring kit? I think it was copper wire. Takes 2 copper ore for that right there. Okay, back to here. Alright, grab all the copper. We'll make our copper wire. Thank you, Fabricator, for stripping that and doing it for me. I had a guy come in one time when I was working. I used to work at Geek Squad, and he wanted me to strip a wire. He wanted me to clip it, and he wanted me to, like, reattach it. It was a Cat 6 that, like, his dog had chewed through, and he wanted me to do that instead of just, like, buying a new one. And a new Cat 6 cable was, like, $8. It was, like, nothing. And yet, he wanted me to spend, like, 60... It was, like, an hour fee for me to strip the cable, like, clip it, and then put it back in because I was busy with other stuff. And so I was like, man, we don't really have a charge for that. So I was like, I'm just going to charge you, like, a 30-minute labor or something. And, like, the generic 30-minute labor fee was, like, $49. And I was like, dude, just go buy another one. It's $9 versus $49. Like, I'm not going to strip this and do it for free. I got lots of other stuff to do. It was weird. It's always weird to me when I used to work in retail, like, how many people would just come in expecting free shit all the time. I don't know. People get entitled. I don't know if I should move this around too much right now. I don't see the DNA extractor in there, which makes me feel a little bit sad because I wanted to steal that reef bag. I wanted the reef bag blood. Oh, man. No. Absolutely do not crack glass. That is not okay. Oh, I am deeply regretting. Yeah, I deeply regret making the front of my super awesome depth boat out of glass. Who does that? Who does that? Well, I guess we'll head back this way. We'll just watch out for anything interesting along the way. It says collisions are going to hurt us. We shouldn't be colliding with anything anytime soon. I thought that was like an elephant down there for a second. I was like, oh my god, there's subaquatic elephants. I'm working on it. Calm down. A babysitter. Alright, so let's jump out right here. We'll go get ourselves some of this lovely stuff. The noises are still kind of scary. I don't like the soundtrack right now. I don't like the soundtrack right now. It seems kind of threatening. Alright, so let's make this. So what happens with a Gravsphere? So let's say that I destroy that and these all fall down to the bottom. I need something to interact with the Gravsphere. And so do I drop that? Does it do anything? Hold on, let's go down to here. I'm going to continue to try because I ain't no quitter. So that stuff's right there. Oh, that's badass. Cool. How come it doesn't get the fish? It should get the fish. And so once it lets go, what happens to do you loot everything that's attached to it? Like, how does that work? Oh no, it just flings them all over the place. Well, that's inconvenient. We need some kind of receptacle around the Gravsphere that makes sure that once it grabs onto things, it then sucks them into the proper, like, repository. And then I think that would be, like, the positive way to get this done properly. Still, that was fun. That was fun, and it was badass. Hold on, I need to put some stuff in here because I'm carrying around too many things right now. I do want that battery, though, just in case. And then Gravsphere, I don't know if I want to bring you right now. I don't know if I want to bring... I'll bring you. It's fine. You can come along. He's like, yay, Gravsphere gets to go on adventures. Gravsphere never gets to go outside. Gravsphere is actually pretty excited about it. Gravsphere is also questioning why he talks in the third person. But, you know, Gravsphere doesn't know a whole lot of things about the world. You just created me. So, there it is. Gravsphere not sure. Come on. I'm like, sounds like you would make a good code monkey, my friend. Code monkey. Wake up, get coffee. I used to listen to a lot of Jonathan Colton, and then I just stopped, and I don't know why. I don't know that I should have done that, because his music is enjoyable. I find it to be pleasurable. If you don't know who he used to be in They Might Be Giants. And They Might Be Giants are essentially like hit-writing machines when it comes to like random jingles and things. So, believe me when I say his music is quite catchy. We're going to spend an entire episode just harvesting creepvine, aren't we? I'm like, well, you are what you eat. I'm like, hey, Gravsphere's like, sorry. Gravsphere apologizes. He shouldn't take these things out on you. It just seemed like a really good comeback for Gravsphere to use. So, how often do you get insulted by a sphere, though? Realistically, how often does that happen? Like, not very often. Not very often, no. Bleh. Alright, back to the ship, because you black out instantly if you run out of oxygen. Yes, you don't lose health. You actually just, like, fall over and die. The screen goes black. It's like, beep, 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 beep. I don't know if you lose stuff or anything, but it's pretty anticlimactic. You're just, like, swimming, and then all of a sudden, you're dead. Oh, I can weld a window? Cool. Not gonna question it. Seems legit. Alright, well... Gravsphere, let me put you right there. They, no, Gravsphere wanna come. Don't put Gravsphere inside locker. Gravsphere hate locker. Locker shaped like rectangle. Gravsphere have long-standing grievance against all rhombuses. Let's go and... I guess we'll take the Seamoth out, actually. I need something that'll give me air back while I'm down here. And at the moment... I have none. So, which direction was I facing? I think I was going down, like, this way. It just looks a lot more barren now because I've deforested it all. What's over here? Nothing. Awesomeness. Well, I'm going to keep harvesting for just a minute. You can run yourself over with your own ship, by the way. I wasn't completely and totally positive if I had ever talked about that just yet, but yeah, you can run yourself over with your own Seamoth, so don't jump out while it's going at a high velocity, because it will hurt. At least I think that's what did it. I don't know. Oh, man. My knife is broke. Do I have another one? Man, it's always something in this game, isn't it? It's always something. Alright, let's go back and get another knife. I miss the days where I could just carry around a bunch of extra emery. Just make myself thousands of knives. Back in the day, well, I don't think if I jump out right here something bad might happen. I'm always a little bit nervous about being anywhere near the bottom of the Cyclops. I might have an extra knife in here, I don't know. Or that might have been the extra knife. Oh no, I've got a knife, cool. Oh, I've got a knife. That's not a knife, that's a knife. Good, so now that we've got a knife for our wife, let's go down to the bottom over here for the rest of our life. We've got some kind of like cave. I don't know. Rock structure's like, actually, that's my booty hole. That's not even a cave. That's actually part of my anatomy. I was like, does that ever get precarious when you're around people named Anna? Do they frequently try to tow you just because you say things like that? I don't think we're that deep down in the ocean right now. I think we've actually found some pretty temperate shallows. Oh, we got stalkers. Okay. That's cool. So I guess we'll watch out for artifacts and anomalies then. Hey! Making references to other video games. Let's go down to the bottom on this side. We'll bring the Cyclops back around, and everything will be okay. I promise. Even though I have... How did they drain this entire chamber of water? It looks like... Hold on, I need to look at this. Oh, that's actually underneath glass. Okay, it makes sense now. So where does that door go down there? Because there's very definitely a door right there. Like, that door connects to the bottom floor, right? So every time we open that, is it essentially flooding this corridor? How come this door doesn't shut? This is the question that I beg. Shouldn't these bulkheads be shut whenever that comes up and in? And then I guess this is just a ballast tank. I guess you could flood it and unflood it at will. Although the positive... this would collect air pressure unless the boat went upside down every single time it collected the sea moth, though, right? So this would actually be almost like a mini moon pool, which I think the sea moth would have like troubles levitating up into position. But then again, it grabs it. So maybe that's how it works. This maintains like an oxygen zone. The arms reach down into the water and pull that up. The pressure keeps the air from actually dispersing. Yeah, that seems like it would work. Maybe. I mean, it does seem to me, if you look at the hinge right here on the door, the hinge would be the spot where the water line ends. So, I mean, these bulkheads would still have to be shut. But at the same time, I get what they're going for when they designed it. It makes sense. It kind of makes sense. Let's get back up to the top floor here. Alright, we on the top floor now. Now that we're on the top floor, I might have to make myself some more power cells. But I don't think that I have the materials. So, lacking the materials, let's go back up to the surface real fast. And if we see any mushrooms around, I'm going to strongly suggest that we pick them up. Additionally, if we see any quartz around, that's probably a pretty good acquisition at this point, too. I just ran over another animal. Don't mind me. I'm pretty good at running over animals. If there's one thing that this game has taught me, it's that I am just absolutely fantastic at running over animals. Go to the surface. Here, go to the surface. Stop running into things. Why am I all southwards and whatnot now? Let's go out this way. If I ever go just like straight west, let's see what's out to the west, shall we? Let's ride. No, stop getting stuck on things. Oh, you big giant bastard. Oh, hey. I need those. Let's jump out real fast. We'll collect some flora and fauna for later projects here. Yep, come along. You're all with me. 1, 2. I need more. I need more. Take forth from the flora and fauna and shove them into your backpack that you might convert them into useful items later on. This sentence got a lot longer than I expected it to. I shall also bring some coral back with me, maybe? Sure, why not? Bring the coral back. I don't think that I... Oh, man, that's stuck in my inventory. Can I kick that out? There you go. Get the hell out of my inventory right now. You look like a normal coral chunk, but I'm willing to bet that you were anything but. Alright, back down to the bottom. We gotta go to the top here, and then what I'd really like to accomplish, throw you guys in there. Now that we got some copper, we'll make some batteries. I think I got a bunch of batteries laying around, but I need more of them, and I forgot to hold down the shift key, so unfortunately that's gonna be inefficient. There we go. Shift key, ho! Shift key's like, what'd I ever do to you? Why you calling me a hoe? It ain't like that. You better take it back. You better retract before I get pressed down. You better watch out. Like, press down is slang for shift keys kicking each other's asses. I don't know if that was clear. I gotta clarify it on the back end because I feel like there might be some translational or maybe some slang issues here that really, it doesn't go from shift key culture over to human culture very well. Got the battery right there. Alright, battery taken care of. It's a lot of batteries. Got more batteries than Radio Shack. Okay, and so now what I need is silicone. I don't know if I have enough to actually make a bunch of silicone. Oh, I do. Good. Okay, so I'll keep an eye out for quartz along the way, too. The one thing that I am always scrounging for. I cannot find quartz ever. Like, I'm always looking around for that ish. Okay, so now that we got that, we could probably make 2 of these guys right here, which will get us back up to, like, 60-something% electricity, which is better than where we're at. At least it's something. I love those little nozzles that print those out. I don't know why that makes me so happy. They kind of remind me of, like, squirt guns or, like, water guns. I also like how they move around randomly. Like, what are they doing on their own right now? Are they just, like, systems checking? Is it kind of like when your printer checks all of its ink heads or whatever? There we go. And as I said, it put us back up to 67, 66, whatever. I'll probably go back down. I don't know if I want to take the sea moth right now. Yep, go back inside. Go back inside right now. How come you're not taking me inside you? I wish to join you. There we go. Little grabby arms grab me. Awesome. So now that the little grabby arms have decided to do the only function that they exist for, go down to here. I gotta punish them later. How do you punish a little mechanical grabby arm, though? Spray it with rust or something? That's a game that I've been wanting to check out lately. I've really wanted to play Rust Experimental lately, but I haven't had the chance. Grab some more of you little bastards. I should probably build myself another locker too, but I lack it. I lack the glass in order to get it done. Every single locker takes a little bit of glass, so glass, class, whatever. My ass. Let's go on this side and drop off you, gentlemen, so that later on you can eat those. I know that I've marveled at that before, but for whatever reason it's making me happy again. All right, Sea Glide, let's go down here. Let's go get ourselves. Oh, there are stalkers around. Well, damn. There are also peepers. And there are also these weird little holes that you can swim down into. Hey, quartz. You know there's going to be a crash down in here. Quartz, 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 splats like quartz. Give him the quartz. Let's see. Ooh, there's a whole bunch in here, isn't there? Well, now we can make another locker. That's badass. Grab that right there. Quartz right there. It's actually rare that you see outcroppings of like really, really prismatic quartz like that. That's what it means when it's got those little kind of flowery protrusions of crystal. It's called prismatic. Anyways, it's rare that you see those. Doesn't happen very often. However, I have had experiences where you'll be walking across a mountain and you'll just like take a hammer and you'll smack a rock and the whole thing will break open and that'll be inside of it and you'll be like, oh. Usually they don't look like they do in gem stores though. You gotta polish them. When you crack them open, typically they're covered in dust, spiders, other unpleasant animals. Did I leave my... Where's my sea moth? Oh, it's inside of there. Okay, I was looking at the wrong sea moth. I was like, wait a second. Hold up. I am very confused by the situation. I have no idea how to proceed. Let's find our coral here. I think with coral and salt we can make water or something. Oh, we needed bleach, so I can make bleach now. There we go. We'll make 2 of these, and then that'll get us nice and slaked. Do you like to be slaked? I like to be slaked. Slaking sounds like it would be violent. Like, dude, I totally slaked that guy the other day. It sounds like it would hurt a lot. So anyways, we've got bleach. I guess we could drink that if we really wanted to end our suffering on this planet. I'm feeling okay with it, though, although I would have to turn off that sonar ping after about 5 minutes because it would drive me crazy IRL. I'd be like, yeah, we can't do this right now. We cannot do this. Disinfected water. Okay, I'm assuming that probably does like, ooh, plus 30. All right, that'll take care of us for a while. Let's go down on this side. I don't know if I want to go to stock zone right now. However, we might be able to find something cool if we just continue going west. It looks like that if you go westward, you will fall off the Earth eventually. There's no Arctic zones, but to the west there is a Kush zone. So maybe we find a Kush zone. I enjoy my Kush. Kush is nice every now and again. Let's go back over here. I do consider myself to be an indica man. Sativa just doesn't do it for me. Indica, I like to, if I've got the extra time to be intoxicated, I'm going straight to the floor. I'm just going to lay there and drool for a while and eat chips. Wait, hold on, that bears some investigation. What was that back there? It's like a little trench. I don't know, I'm interested by like subaquatic phenomena. It makes me happy. And what is science but phenomena? Phenomena. Phenomena. What is that? Oh, it's metal. It's waving at me. It's happy to see me. Hooray. Well, it looks like it's actually some kind of chasm that leads to an underground cave structure. If I could rope some more quartz out of the deal, you can believe that I would not complain about it. I I think if we follow this, looks like it connects over here. So let's go this direction because this is what I saw, and this is actually what I wanted to investigate. This is kind of cool. This little trench system down here. We could use some more salt. We just used up some, so yes. I would love for you to come along with me, Salt. And then on this side, is this the same cave? Looks like a different cave. Okay. So now, what's in here? I don't want to get too far away from the ship because we don't have any oxygen source right now. But there is quartz. Why not risk our life for it? So let's go down here. A little bit more quartz on that side. No, there's no corpses. There's been no manslaughter here. Take some boomerangs along with us if we wanted to, but I don't think I will. Let's continue. Westward expansion this time is the name of the game. Salt right there, and I want it. I'm such a salt addict now that I know that they've actually lowered the amount of salt in the game. I grab it every time I see it. I'm just like, Salt, come with me. You are going to join me inside of my vest pocket. Cool. Let's submerge a bit. I like to stay at least low enough to where I can see the bottom. Looks like we have a pretty severe drop-off in depth right here. Let's go ahead and rotate the Cyclops into position. Kind of like the underwater parallel parking. I had to parallel park the other day. I never understood why people find parallel parking so difficult. Like, you just pull up really, really close to their back bumper until their back bumper lines up with your rear view mirror, and then you whip it really, really hard, and that's it. I think a lot of people are like scared they're gonna sideswipe it or whatever. I don't know. What's down here? Oh, it looks like we hit another mushroom zone. Okay, well, that is to be expected. It is on the map. But I don't really want to do another mushroom zone. I mean, we can. It just doesn't really... We've seen this zone so many times now that I really don't want to stay in it. I'd rather just keep going west. I think we're going to hit another grassy plateau after that. And then there's a grand reef. Have we ever seen a grand reef? What does a grand reef look like? Should probably check that. There's a whole bunch of zones on this map that I've never heard of because I don't think we've ever made it out that way. But like if we head to the northwest of here, so kind of like this, it says that we'll hit the Grand Reef. We do have electricity problems right now, but assuming that I can gather up some more quartz, it shouldn't be anything too major. Do you want to dive? I can sense people wanting to dive right now. Let's go down a little bit. I'll actually probably leave this... Let's take it back up to the surface, actually. I prefer to keep it kind of like away from all the action and all that stuff, just so I don't have to worry about getting it back out. But yeah, parallel parking's not something that never really challenged me that much. Some people seem to really, really struggle with it. Like, for example, my mom is terrified of parallel parking. She avoids it like the plague. I'm like, well, that's why you stay bad at parallel parking, is because you never do it. That's like, every time you see an opportunity, that's at least I do anyways. What's going on with the textures right now? Anyways, anytime I see an opportunity to parallel park, I just go for it. How are you ever going to get better at something if you don't know? Oh, we actually have a whole bunch of quartz now. Well, shit. Let's make some more batteries then, because we're almost out of power. Got the batteries. We need the power cells, so let's make a couple more silica. There we go. And so now that we got that, how are we looking in terms of... Make 2 of these guys right here. We'll get those slaughtered in, which I think should take us up to 75%, so we'll have 3/4 power. That'll be pretty good. The power of 3/4, that is to say the power to start up pretty much any arcade machine, as long as it's not from the last 20 years. Arcades have gotten expensive. I went to like a Scandia arcade the other day, and they were out of their damn minds. They wanted like they wanted like 75 cents just to play like the old Ninja Turtles arcade game, Turtles in Time. I was like, eh. The one that was on Super Nintendo. I have that one. It's pretty awesome. I enjoy it. Why do I have a hull breach back here? I don't recall that being an issue, but it must be. Well, I'm going to break off the episode right here. In the next episode, we'll dive down. We'll try and find our way out to this Grand Reef Zone because I'm super stoked about checking it out. Like, it's one of those things that I really, really, really do want to see. Before we quit the game, I want to see all the biomes. So, for example, I wanted to find the Grand Reef. We've seen everything else pretty much. So we need the Grand Reef and the Arctic Zone are going to be the last 2 if you wanted to catch them all in terms of Pokemon anyways for our biomes. I will see you all later. Hi to everybody.